There you are. Hey,
Hey,
Tommy.
Tommy.
How we doing today?
Doing good, excited.
Good. You should be excited. This is an
I
awesome.
haven't won nothing in my whole life. I bought a
Well,
lot of raffle tickets though.
now you're a winner.
Yeah, I'm a winner.
Tommy, I want to say congratulations, and I'm checking out your new toy here. I went to the
Oh,
Polaris dealership to
nice.
come take a look at it.
It matches my tractor though. I like the color.
There you go. And this thing's got more cup holders than I have in my Toyota Camry. This thing is all right.
And Tommy, tell us what do you guys do at Lipari? What's your
So we
primary
started off as a sporting goods store, probably in 1979, and then we advanced into different things because you had to be diversified around here in New Iberia because really New Iberia doesn't really shop in New Iberia. So the retail started to fall. We had to do something else. So we started doing stickers. And then we started wrapping cars. And then I used to sell Bad Boys, the buggies over here. That's because I was wrapping them for them. And
hmm
then we went into car wraps. And then we got into the big vessel wraps. When the oil field crashed, I wrapped all the ferries in New York City. So it's not painted, it's wrapped. All those blue and
Is
white
it
boats you
really?
see on TV all the time, I did every one of those.
Huh.
And
That's
we do a lot
cool.
of Navy contracts. So we do the big numbers on the side of the aircraft carriers on some of them in Alabama, and we do all the cleaning for all the Navy down here, down in Iberia, or when
Okay.
they built down here. But I go in 9 shipyards up and down the coast. I'm in charge of the East Coast, and they just gave me the West Coast now too. So a
That's
lot of wrapping. So I mean, we could almost just be a wrapping company, honestly.
That's awesome. 1979, I happen to know that year well. That is exactly 45 years ago. And it's a long time in the business to last that long. We talk a lot about in Grimco about survival to last 150 years, to last 45 years. There's so much that goes on politically, socially, economically that makes it really stinking tough. I might could think you could come up with a couple of things you had to do over the years to just bear through it, fight through it, and find opportunities to go chase. And heck, if you went from wrapping cars to wrapping ships, how'd that even come about? What a jump!
My grandpa used to say that. Just said that I was at the right place at the right time. I wrapped one of the boats, and the guys they were tearing up all the wrap with a pressure washer, and I was like, "Why you don't hire somebody that maybe has like one brain cell? Because it looks like you're hiring everybody off the street." He's like, "We are. They just washing the boat." I'm like, "But you're tearing up the boat." I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm making more money because I come back and rewrap it. But and he looked at me and said, "You think you can do a better job?" And I was like, "How much does it pay?" And he told me the pay, and I was like, "I know I can do a better job for that." And
Hmm,
then it just took off after that. It was
There you
just
go.
word of mouth got out that we didn't mess around because shipyards you got to have maritime insurance,
Mhm.
so it's hard for anybody to really get. That's why I'm the only guy really in the United States that can wrap the ships because I have full insurance.
Hmm.
We wrap ships on the water and off the water.
that
We're
was gonna be my
dealing in
next
Houma right
question.
now with
You're
three of
doing
them
it
at
on the water too,
Kimball.
eh?
Huh?
You're doing it on the water too, huh?
Yep. So we
Wow.
wrap the bottoms if they're real big, and then they put them in the water so it'll drop it about 20 feet, so we can reach the stacks on a man reach. So we about 95 to 100 feet up in the air.
Wow.
Yep.
So your purchase to win this sweepstakes was some 2080 deep blue metallic. What are you wrapping with that?
So we're doing all the sheriff department cars. I used to be a deputy for 3 years, and so I know all the sheriffs all around me. So I do all their cars. So the actual sheriff department for Iberia uses that blue on every car they got,
Okay, gotcha.
and they
Hey,
get lease
Tommy,
cars. So every 2 years they rotate them, 15 cars every 2 years. So we kind of stay
I,
busy.
I'm hearing your story here, and I'm thinking of something that always resonates. It sounds like your success is due from preparation and opportunity kind of intersecting, and you're the guy that can
Exactly.
handle it all at the right time. So,
Yeah.
huge kudos, man. You've done an awesome business. Really glad that Grimco can help you on a day to day, and let us know what we can do in the future to help you grow. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's a great question. Let me ask you that too. If I had a magic wand and I could magic wand something in existence, what's something that Grimco could do to help you as a shop?
I don't know. Y'all do a pretty good, damn good job. I mean, I really can't think of one right now. Sorry, because y'all do so good.
No, hey, that's a perfect answer too. I'll take
Yeah.
that all day long because
Yeah,
now,
no,
now
we don't have any complaints with y'all. We ordered, it gets here on time. We never late. So it's good, perfect.
Good.
All right, awesome to hear it. If there ever is anything we can do, something you're struggling with, something that you think Grimco can help you out, please let us know. We love helping our customers grow their businesses. So
Yes, sir.
don't hold back on the feedback. We're welcome to it all the time.
So
Thank you.
when your side by side gets delivered, what's the first thing you can do? You're gonna let your boy drive it first, or you
Nope. He already got
Smart man.
every one I own. He has, so I'm gonna hide this one in my garage.
There you go.
We're gonna use it around here. We got a lot, 16 acres that we got to cut grass. So a lot the guys walk around, so I'm gonna let them ride it around, and we'll use it to go to the mailbox because we're kind of off the road. So the mailbox is like 100, 200 yards. So I mean that's our exercise every day. But we're gonna ride now.
And Tommy, I'm sure y'all have wrapped plenty of these side by sides in
Oh, a lot.
in
We
your
wrap a
10 years.
lot of them, especially the Polarises. I mean, we do a lot of Polaris around here
so
because a
what-
lot of
what-
them they get colors and everybody wants to camouflage. But a while back they had trouble. They couldn't get the camouflage buggies, so everybody was buying the camouflage buggies. Nobody was buying the green and the red and the yellow. So we would turn around and wrapping them camo for the dealerships, and they were
Mhm.
actually selling the ones they couldn't sell. We take
Yes,
them all
but now-
apart and wrap every plastic piece and put it all back together. So we have a mechanic that stays here full time. That's all he does is tear cars apart. We wrap each piece and put it back together so we don't have any shrinkage around the edges. So it looks good. And all our dealerships here in New Iberia, we wrap all their cars. When COVID hit, they couldn't find colored cars. They were all white cars. So we made a deal with them. If they could sell the car and sell the wrap, we'd wrap it for them. So we came out with a good price between both of us, and we probably did 50 cars for the Arsenal Ford down here in New Iberia. They'd sell the trucks or the cars, and we'd wrap them, and they would just put the wrap fund into the cost of the car, and the people got what they wanted. And that blue color was the most popular color in the whole thing.
Okay.
That's awesome.
There we
So
go.
that blue
Once
gold
again-
did real good.
Once again, Tommy, you're showing that preparation opportunity. You're right there every time, right when those intersections happen, huh?
Yeah.
And Survivor, when you're there to help people out, like their dealership, they just had all white cars, and they need some of the creative idea, and I can figure it
Yeah.
out for.
I just happened to be eating breakfast with the guy, and he was like, "Man, we have had trouble. We can't sell a car." I'm like, "Well, let's wrap them." And he was like, "Well, I didn't think of that. That's a good idea." And it just took off.
There
Yep.
you go.
So I got a question for you. You mentioned wrapping plastic, right? I don't want you to give any trade secrets, okay? So feel
All
free to not answer this question, but I'm looking at that Polaris right there, and I see some red metal paint, but I also see a lot of plastic. And if I know anything about applying vinyl, getting
Yeah,
vinyl
you
to
got
stick
oil in it.
to low energy plastic is a difficult thing. What is your go-to 3M vinyl when you need it to make sure it sticks onto those plastic pieces that you're using?
So we've been using the 175, but we only wrap like the red parts. All the black usually stays black, so because they got a lot of oil in them, and the wrap doesn't like that. So
Mhm.
most of the time we pull those red, like the hood plastic off the red part and the door piece and that little trunk piece, and we wrap them on and put them back, and it looks really good. The black goes with any color, and most of the time if they're gonna wrap them, it's either gonna be to match their truck, which 3M does a real good job with. Now with the paint colors, we get real close, or we'll match it like do a camouflage. So we have a good art team over here who we draw a bunch of our own camouflage on the 3M white, and then or we'll match what they want, because being mossy oak and all that, we buy it from them, but it's a lot more expensive.
Mm-hmm. So I
Licensing.
like that. So even though you can wrap certain things, you find that balance between your customer wanting something, but you still being able to put out a product you can guarantee. So you're pulling that plastic off, you're hiding the seams down behind the plastic, so it looks
we
nice
wrap in
and
a
crisp,
half
like
inch
it was
behind
painted
it.
on.
We clean the whole underneath, like we take it off because a lot of times there'll be dust or dirt under there. So we clean under there and we come up a half inch around so it doesn't shrink. Because I've noticed that we got a couple other guys around here that do it, little one-man job guys, and their stuff shrinks, and all of a sudden you got a big red line and all the splices. It's just terrible. We try to do one piece too. A bunch of my guys have been doing it for 15 years. So we're at the point now where I got like 10 people like me. So who look at the job and they really know, what they want to do, and I don't have to go behind them. I used to have to go behind and check them every 5 minutes, but they've come a long way, and trust them to go on a job by themselves. So we get to do more than one job a day. We'll split up, and half the team will go here and half the team will go there, and then or half the team will stay here, and we'll go out and switch the next day. So it's working out for me. I don't know how
That's
long
awesome.
it'll last, but it's been doing good so far. That's
Well,
what
I love your
everybody's
attention to
always
detail.
asking me. How do you keep your team so happy? It's just wrapping cars is fun, And we have a big facility over here where we wrap the cars in an air conditioned facility. So we keep it at 60 degrees even in August. So it's real nice.
Yeah, y'all living the dream over there.
Yeah, we used to wrap them in the parking lot. And then when we moved to this new facility, that was the first thing I said. If we move it, we building an indoor facility. So we can fit an
That's right.
18-wheeler, or we can fit a big boat, or we can do whatever, but it works.
Oh, you hit the nail on the head there. Like all of us on this call, we're all nerds for the industry. The sign industry, there's just something new and different every day. And I was thinking the other day about how many graphics, printed, stuck to things, illuminated signs, screen printed shirts that we see in the industry these days, and how much opportunity it's just getting creative. So I was going to ask you, you're in Louisiana, it gets hot, it gets humid during the summer, and you had to find ways to figure out how to tackle a wrap in that heat or when you get those spike cold days. So you've really found a good, clean, consistent temperature allows you to pump up volume. If someone's looking to increase the volume, they do good control setting.
Yep.
Awesome.
We do have days where I had one of my guys one day, we were working on a boat, and he's like, dude, I've never been to prison, but I feel like this is what it would be like breaking rocks. It was so hot because those big boats have steel floors, and it just like sitting on a skillet. And we have some guys that have been working for me a long time, and I said, look, if you get hot, let me know. We'll take a break. So it got to where a couple of them was like, boss, it's hot, so we quit and go, come back when it get cooler. We started working later, but yeah, we've tried everything too. I bought this big old air conditioning unit on a trailer, and I put these big yellow hoses sticking up and blowing on them, and they were trying to work on it because you know how vinyl is. If it's hot and the surface is hot, man, you end up with a crooked line or a word looking terrible. So
Yeah.
it just takes longer when it's hot. But yeah, we deal with it. We're used to it.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Well, I heard, I'd hear the word, in just the tone and the tone and the stories, just survival and optimism, and just survival and figuring it out, and just good things come and happen. That's so cool. Well, Tommy, you're absolutely awesome. Jonathan called us just giggling like a little kid when he heard it was you winning and everything, and we are so pumped for you, and thanks for working with us. Like, we appreciate not just your business, but
thank y'all for the good service. I mean,
yeah, thanks for being in business so long.
We're always in a
and thanks for
hurry. I know we
fighting through.
put
That's
pressure on
awesome.
y'all a lot, but we're always in a hurry because our parking lot right now has 16 vehicles outside that need to be wrapped, and we're trying to keep up with it, but it's just hard right now.
Completely understand that. Well, you let me know if you need to start making any big orders coming up, and
Okay.
I'll happily take care of that for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There are a couple sad people out there. They're about to hear that one of these Polarises is gone. So that means there's one left. A couple of Ford
Oh.
Maverick trucks haven't been discovered yet. Some vacation, some people waiting to get some R&R. So thanks for kicking off the big prizes. That's so cool.
Oh, thank y'all. Thank y'all. It was funny. I called the warehouse yesterday because I thought maybe it was a prank. And when he picked up the phone, I said, y'all giving away a Polaris? Yeah, you won. So he must have had caller ID because he knew it was me. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I feel better now. I didn't want to tell nobody to get pranked. But it's awesome. It's a
awesome.
good feeling. Thank y'all very much.
Good.
Well, yeah. So Tommy, I want to congratulate you again on winning this, and everybody else watching this now. There's still chances to win. We got one more week of the Grimco Grand Adventure. There's lots of good prizes still available. We have 2 Maverick trucks. Nobody has won yet. We got another one of these side-by-sides, as well as vacations, Grimco credit, and some really nice Grimco tumblers, Grimco branded tumblers. It's going to look really good on any shop office desk. So make your purchases, all those qualifying products, your Brightline materials, your Duratex acrylic, your 3M materials, Max Metal, and any of our Rise screen solutions too. So qualifying purchases all get you in the entry to play the Grimco Grand Adventure and win some pretty incredible prizes. 150 years of Grimco's success. We're really blowing it out this year.